Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. And today is Tuesday, the 25th of November. So, what do we got going on? I must be feeling pretty good, right? Look, I got my crisp white shirt. So you know that I'm recording this the day before, right? Yeah, so anyway, my shirts tend to lag when I do these, right? Or the colors or whatever. I don't always wear the color of the day either. But anyway, you're here for astrology. So let's talk about astrology because that does include a color of the day, right? I know that some people like that because it helps them. So it tends to go with the sign the moon is in. It determines the color. Anyway, hey, look, the moon finds Pluto today, okay? The moon in Capricorn, and it's going to be in Capricorn until about 4:14 in the morning, where it will go vote a course. And we'll enter Aquarius at 5:16 also in the morning. This is not bad, okay? The moon finds Pluto today after she's trine with Uranus and sextile Neptune, okay? Uranus surprises, money surprises, stuff like that. Neptune, creativity, that little bit of mystery, that overhang. It's a mystery, right? But right now, Neptune is retrograde. Neptune will be going direct this month, but retrograde Neptune, we tend to see things a little bit clearer than what we normally would, or things are less easily hidden from us. Let's put it that way, because that's a nice way to look at that. I do like looking at Neptune like that occasionally. I don't like to associate it with too many addictions or fantasies or dreams or anything like that, because if we didn't have those, we wouldn't have music, right? We wouldn't have creativity. We wouldn't have writing or anything like that. So we want to make sure that we have that empathetic and artistic side going on, and it's a moon sextile, so it's fleeting, right? That's what the moon is. It's what gives the day the flow and the meter and the rhythm and all that stuff that sets our day up for us. And that moon going into Aquarius makes us feel a little bit on the generous and quite honestly, on the humanitarian side, right? So anyway. Look, the connections made in the last few days can really pay off because we can really make this stuff happen as we start to head towards the holiday, because we can feel this kind of acceleration, but it's not really accelerating in the ways that, with a lot of activity, but there's a lot of activity that needs to be tied up. So be kind to yourself. So get things done. The earlier, the better, okay? And being kind not only to yourself, but also towards others, all right? It's going to make you feel better. It will. It will make you. It'll make you feel really good. I saw a guy. Normally, when you see him panhandling at the stoplights and stuff like that, every once in a while, it strikes me to be able to just have some loose, something loose change, some loose change or something, a spare dollar or something like that, to maybe give out, only because it was so cold out last night, and this guy was out way after hours just at the intersection. And so I just put my window down and said, "Hey, can you come over here without, getting yourself killed," basically. And he was like, "Yes." And so he came over, I handed him a bill, and, in a very Dickensian way, he said, "Bless you, sir. Happy holidays." And that felt good. So I'm just saying that is something that was just nice, and it felt seasonal, right? Now, if you don't even need to do that with others or panhandlers. You can go out of your way to help a spouse or a significant other, and that's going to go far in the next few days. This strengthens our homes with love in an unexpected way as we prepare for the coming holiday. Today's keyword is humanitarian, and the color is your favorite plaid. Of course, I'm wearing my crisp white shirt. Why wouldn't it be their favorite plaid? Now, as Jupiter and Venus get closer, they're getting closer to what? Towards a trine. Okay, so there are several things that we may be experiencing. That generosity, right? Travel for the holidays, it's already underway. Some are headed home. Others are headed to homes of friends and family. While this seems obvious, yeah, that's a good one, Shane, right? It's important to remind you that Jupiter is currently retrograde in Cancer. The review process is trine, right? So Jupiter in Cancer is reviewing what makes our homes homes, what makes our homes secure, what makes us feel good about these things, right? So, and there I am talking with no movement on my mouse because I'm talking too much. Okay. So anyway, look, this review process is with Venus, okay, in Scorpio, okay? Real changes can occur if you let them, right? Changes at home, changes at old homes, changes with family, changes with our new families, right? Or new friends, whatever, wherever we happen to be going. What kind of change is really up to you, okay? And the same applies for your 3D efforts today. Just remember, our higher timeline will provide financially as well as socially, all right? So higher timelines like the 5D stuff, yeah, that's what that's going to be. Charitable gestures over the next several days are the key to helping this society, our society, the society you're in, return to a kinder flow state. Some folks are going to need it, right? They sure are. So consider co-creativity. Just consider that point, right? Because it's easier to get others to join you if you approach problems in a co-creative fashion, or projects for that matter. The moon in Aquarius can feel somewhat isolating if we just try to assert the independent and eccentric qualities of the sign, right? Independent, eccentric Aquarius, right? But there's other things about Aquarius too. Look, our approaches to the day-to-day, like 3D work issues, can be handled in an inventive manner, right? Particularly today, okay? The moon can represent the public, and Aquarius is a sign of the humanitarian efforts, okay? That can try to build a better society. The oligarchs will think that they are on top of the world. Little do they know that they're hanging on to what they have is not where the flow is taking the rest of us. Okay. You will feel this sense of freedom later on in the afternoon as things begin to fall into place. Get as much done as possible, because when all is said and done, everything is going to be all right. Just listen to those three little birds. And I know I'm right now. How do I know I'm right? Well, I pretty much scribbled in the margins of my little planner here a couple days ago when I was setting up the overview that I haven't released yet because it's only halfway written. I'm going to try to deal with that tomorrow. However, with the Jupiter-Venus trine, that's a 120-degree angle, right? Very, very good energy, benefic energy, but you have to use it. You have to recognize that it's there and tap into it. Otherwise, it's just so easygoing that you could pass you by and you don't really get a chance to take advantage of it. And that includes some of this charitable feeling that we're having, and it also includes some of the family stuff that we're going to be coming into, right, with Jupiter being there in very much nurturing and family-oriented, home-oriented Cancer. So, in there, I wrote, everything is going to be all right. Now, how do I know I'm right? Well, a couple days ago, we had the passing of Jimmy Cliff. Now, Jimmy Cliff is a reggae pioneer, very much like Bob Marley, all right? Bob Marley was probably the most prominent, but Jimmy Cliff was also quite a prominent part of that movement as well, back in the 70s, right? So, we had Jimmy Cliff passing. Then, just yesterday, I was helping out significant other, like I advised, and who comes along but a guy I used to work with from Jamaica. So I know I'm right, okay? Because it's one love, baby. That's it, right? Okay, so there you have it, okay? The signs are all around. You just got to look for them, okay? You need to look for your signs, okay? It's funny how it speaks to me like that, but if you write stuff down, if you take notes and everything like that, journaling and dream journaling and everything, yeah, you can find out some very interesting insights that you may have as to what's coming up and what will particularly work or not work, right? In 1905, you all know I love that date because that's Albert Einstein's theories and a whole bunch of other stuff. Nikola Tesla was around then, too. The first telegraph transmitter with a 1-mile range was advertised in Scientific American for $8.50. Now, wireless telegraph transmitter, right? Almost like a crystal radio. I don't know if you've ever built one of those. But it's a transmitter, not a receiver. The crystal radios are receivers. This is a transmitter. So, $8.50 in 1905. Any guesses as to what that would cost today? Okay, I'll tell you. $312.93, roughly. Okay, and our birth is Hironobu Sakaguchi. Not a household word, unless you're a video game player, okay? He's 63. He's born in 1962, and he is the video game designer for Final Fantasy. And he's born in Hitachi, Japan, and that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Eve, I did not return your comment yet because I have some things I need to say about it, and I haven't really had a chance to compose myself. I will say one thing, though, that, despite because of the wisdom that comes out of these particular episodes, I don't always, when I'm in the moment, really follow my own flow. And it's hard, right? Because if I don't listen during the day, I'm not going to remember what I have said or what I've done or anything like that. I need to listen just like everybody else and then be like, oh, okay, that's really, really good, because situations and everything can take you away from that, and it just deserves a better response. And so I'm going to leave that right there because I'm way over. It's 12 minutes already. So the color is your favorite plaid, and today's keyword is humanitarian. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Happy astrocatting.